I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up? And also Golden Rule Media Entertainment. We are going to have an amazing interview right now. Musicians, but not only musicians, fellow pigeon people. But anyway, we're not going to go there today. We're not going to go there today. What we're going to do is talk about their new single and everything that's going on with Troop. That's right. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. So I am so very happy to have Troop back on the show, but also it's like Steven's my buddy right there. I mean, you know, going back and forth with his pitches, and we got Rodney P. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? We're doing good. Thanks for having us.
Yes. Oh, anytime. You know that.
Good to be back.
Yes. No, it's such a pleasure to have you back. But let's start off with Rodney, since we haven't seen Rodney too much before. So Rodney, go ahead and tell us who you are and how you got into Troop.
I'm just a nobody. I'll just hang around, you know. I'm just learning the steps and everything. Well, I'm the me and my mom is Shirley. Her name is Shirley Jackson. We started Troop. We got it going, got the ball going, and after that, I kind of took over and wanted to pick the members myself, handpicked, and got in the group and was able to do all right, hold on. And my mom just busted in talking, but I got involved with doing most of the choreography, and just one of the founder of the group, that I think I did a good job by picking the members, and it led to this where we at today. You know, Steve was first that I picked, and Reggie was first. Actually, Reggie passed a couple years ago, but Reggie was first. Steve was first with the new group, because there was another group, and we went on Putting on the Hits. You remember a show called Putting on the Hits a long time ago?
Oh, I do. I remember that. Yes.
Yeah. That was some other members, and it was only me and Reggie went on there with 3 other members. So Steve was the first one that I asked to be in a group when it comes to Troop, the new Troop. So I asked Steve, John. Steve brought Alan to the house, which I already knew Alan from a prior meeting with him 15 times, and that's how it came about. And we're here today. Yeah.
It's wonderful. That is just such a blessing to do. And I mean, you know, having Steve on, what was that like when you first picked him? I mean, did you know he was a pigeon guy? I'm just kidding.
No, you know what? I knew he was everything else but except a pigeon guy at the time. I knew everything else about it. So I was actually amazed. Like, you do, I didn't get it then. I didn't understand. So you do birds, whatever. But it was cool because I already knew what he can do. See, Steve was walking around like the school, just being himself, singing and dancing, doing talent shows. And I already knew what he had. So when it was time to form the real group, that was the first guy that I went to.
And Steve, when they came to you and they said, hey, you know, you want to be a part of this, what did you say?
Well, it was a shock and kind of surreal for me, because I had just had a conversation with my mother a week before, telling her I didn't think I wanted to go to college playing football. I wanted to pursue music. And I was afraid to tell her that, but I was surprised by her response, you know. So, and at the same time, I was performing for the new talent show coming up, and they wanted me to get the group that went on Putting on the Hits for the talent show. So I was looking for Rodney at the same time. Rodney was looking for me. So when he said a producer saw the show and wanted to know if we could really sing, man, and I want you in my group. You got to talk to my mom. You need to be in my group, man. It's for real, you know. I smiled inside, because I had just had that where I had to build up the nerves to tell my mom that, and then she responded so well, and then here comes Rodney. It was like the universe was like, bam, bam. It was fast, you know. And it was amazing. It was an amazing feeling. And I was ready for the journey. You know, I had never saw myself in a group, but the thought of it, I was a fan of New Edition, and I saw all the girls in high school loving New Edition since junior high. So the thought of being in a group, I was like, okay, I could do a group, you know. So I was excited about the whole thing, to be honest. You know, I was really ready for the journey. No matter where we ended up, I was ready.
There was no more talent shows after that. No more talent shows.
That is amazing. Props to moms out there everywhere for supporting the children. Props.
Yes.
You know, without your mothers, I don't think this would have happened.
No.
Not with me.
No, because Rodney's mother, it was Rodney's mother's idea. And my mother at the same time was such a support system along the way for me and Alan. She made our clothes, you know. So our moms were key to our success and our getting to the point where we could get assigned by a major label. They were absolutely key. And keeping the girls away, you know, we couldn't have girls at rehearsal. Rodney's mother was a real Joe Jackson. She didn't play. The girls, your girlfriend had to drop you off at the corner. You had to walk to Rodney's house for rehearsal.
Thank you.
It was that serious. If Gene saw a girl dropping you off at rehearsal, you would have a problem.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was serious.
That is good though, because I mean, you know, it's like fighters, you know, they're not allowed to have any kind of relations when they're getting ready to go into their fight. They have to stay away from the women, their wives, their girlfriend, all of that has to be, you know, set apart. And the same thing with the musicians today, you know, it's such a distraction, I feel like, you know, when you have the girl out there and she's tripping or she's wanting affection you can't do that. You can't be doing that, you know.
And the physical aspect of what, as a creator, what you give away physically if your timing is not right in that area, you know.
Right. Oh yeah.
You gotta have all of that mental, you know, it's all mental too. I mean, think about it, you know, you're gonna be thinking about her on the stage, or you're gonna be thinking about everything that happened the night before. We're not gonna go into that, but you can't be doing that. That. So it's really, really good. So tell me about this new single that you guys got a new single out, right? Come on, talk to me.
We just released Lady in My Life. We dared to remake a classic like that, and I had the initial idea, since we were going to come with a new single. I thought it would
be Lady in My Life is oh gosh, who?
Michael Jackson.
Thank you.
Michael Jackson.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I initially had the idea, you know, since we're coming back with a new record, I'd rather do a record that people know and love possibly already than to try to shove a new song down people's throat because they love our old music so much. Like when we perform, people love the old songs, you know. So I took it to Alan, and he hesitated at first, but ultimately he trusted me, and the rest of the guys trusted the idea. We all love the song. And it looks like we got another #1 record on our hands after all these years.
That's amazing. When going back into the studio, when getting back together, when doing something and deciding on that, do you guys all have a vote?
Yeah, well, it's a mutual thing. Everybody has to be in the mood to do something new, you know. Everybody has to agree. You know, Rodney is the main guy that I call, or Rodney will call me and say, "Hey, Steve, it's time to drop a record, man. It's time for us to do a record." I'm like, "Okay, what kind of record do we need to do?" You know, so that's usually how it works.
So it's really, it's like it's no voting or anything like that. It's just if you're ready. If you're ready, we don't vote. We call and say, "Are you ready?" That's what we do, and most of the time we are ready. Yeah.
Awesome. Music with a group versus music by yourselves. Do you feel more comfortable being with a group, like you have that built-in support system, or have you gone out on your own ever? And how was that? And you know, the difference.
I released my first solo album in 2009. I spent some money at radio promotions, got some momentum. And I went out and did a few solo dates, but I took John and Reggie with me.
That's cheating. You can't do that.
I cheated big time.
You cheated. You didn't have You didn't have the whole thing. No, that's
Yeah, I cheated. But it was fun doing solo stuff. But like I said, I still had the support of guys that had been around since I was 14 with me. So I didn't get it. You know, later on, I did shows where I just had a band and by myself. And it's a great experience because I've written so many songs for other people that I give the people a show that they don't even know that they're gonna get. You know, they think they're coming to see Steve, this guy that sings with Troop that they only know from Troop. But once I start singing songs that they know and that I wrote and produced, they're like, oh wow, you know. So I enjoyed that experience, but ultimately performing with the guys is heaven.
Yeah, that's better than everything.
Rest in peace, Reggie. Yeah.
Well, I have to say, I love Troop. I remember you guys
we love
last
you.
year. Oh, thank you. Last year was great on the red carpet, and I'm hoping to see you guys this year coming up, where we can have you guys on the show. It's just been such a pleasure. Where can people find this new song or the new remake of an old song, Michael Jackson, Now Troop?
You can find it on any streaming platform available, Apple Music, Spotify. It's called Troop Lady. And it's available now. We also have a couple compilations out. We have Troop the B-sides. We have Troop the slow songs. We have Troop the Baby Makers. And all of these songs have new music on them as well. So, you know, it's a pretty cool collection for Troop fans, for real music lovers. It's a really cool collection to have.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, you said Troop the B-side. I was like, wait a minute. People with records gonna know about that, but you know, the B-side, they don't know about the B-side.
They don't know about the B-side.
They don't know about the B-side.
And we got a lot, you know.
Oh yeah. I hear that. So Rodney and Steve, thank you guys so much for being on the show again. It's been such a pleasure. I hope to see you guys on the red carpet again this year. And you know, and it's just gonna be an amazing time again.
Well, thank you. We hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. We love you.
I love you guys too. Thank you so much.
Yes,
and thank you guys so much. We're going to go ahead and put that information on the in the description box and also on the screen below so that you guys can go ahead and check out their Instagram pages so that you can follow, as well as their merch website so that you can go ahead and go there. And also a link to the song. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to find that and put that in the description box below. I want to thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Don't forget to dare to be different. And until next time, guys, bye.